guys, and welcome back to Lehigh River Subdivision. My name's Ian, and this is going to be layout update number 11. We're not going to have too much to go over because I've been working on my son's room, but I've been doing little things here and there with the layout. So one thing that we're going to work on in this episode, and I'm actually going to show you guys the process and add it in here as I work on it. But what I got here is I have this kato bridge, and where I don't have anywhere on my layout where this kind of bridge is used. So what I found is this top part pulls off, and I want to just use this part. Now if you're interested, it does also, you can clip it in to make an underneath truss bridge. And if you want to see a good video on that, DJ's Trains has a great video on doing that with this kato bridge, taking this off the top and flipping it to the bottom. But that's not what we're going to be doing in this video. So what I'm planning on doing with this bridge is, you can see when you take it off, it's just basically the track. Well, we're going to add wood planks to this side, down the middle, and on this side. And what I plan on doing too is painting the side rails. I have some silver paint and some gray paint, so I think I'm going to mix it up, and we'll paint the rails silver. And then I'm going to take I have burnt umber, so I think if I water it down and put it on here, we can weather this and make it look a little rusty. So that's what we're going to try to do with this bridge. Okay guys, one more thing before we get into the layout update. My son is due within the next 17 days. So for that, we're going to be doing a special contest to celebrate his arrival into the world. So we are going to be doing a surprise contest. I'm going to have a video made, and I will edit it while I'm at the hospital waiting, and I will post it the day after he's born. And that video will have the prizes in it, the rules for the contest, and it will be open for 1 week after I post it. And we're going to keep it a surprise on the way the contest is going to work and on what the prizes are. But there is, once again, an HO and an N scale prize. So that gives a lot of different guys a chance to win, because we know we have followers of HO and N scale. So with that being said, within the next probably 2 to 3 weeks, keep an eye out for that video, and the contest will run for 1 week from the time it's posted, and then we'll pick our winner based on the rules of the contest. So keep an eye out for that video, and we'll get into the layout update. Okay guys, so continuing up with this side of the layout. This is really the only place that any progress has been made over the last few weeks. You've seen that I tested these kato curved bridges, in that I just have the piers on the outside propping the bridge up instead of underneath, because I have to cut them down into the foam. So I'm going to cut down to the plywood there, and then make little boxes to pour almost like a form for the piers to sit on, so they'll be at the correct height and they'll be sturdy. So I'm gonna pour little plaster of Paris forms to the right height, so the bridges will be at the correct height as the track then. And then I've already taken 4 of the piers, because that's what I need, because for the ends where it meets up with the road bed, it's gonna have 2 custom made abutments, sort of like the one I did over here for that bridge, but that one's way too big. That was just a learning process, so I'm going to make a couple different ones of those. And I put the divider in. I haven't glued it in, but I put the wooden dowels in, and it's held in place. And then coming up, you can see I wired 2 shop lights on this side. So before, that one light was over there. I still need a light for the back section, but I'm not positive on what type of light I'm going to use there, if I'm going to keep using the same one. But I have those two lighting up this section, and then now I have these two lighting up these sections of the layout. So that's just an update down here on what's gotten done. I'll be gluing that in place once I'm done, because it might be easier to work on some of that scenery in the back corner by pulling this out. So just a little update there, and we're gonna start working on the bridge. Okay guys, I'm upstairs here, and I'm just gonna show you, this is the kato piers and what they look like. You can see that it's got these grooves coming down through here, and it stamped, says kato with number 5 pier. So what I went ahead and did was I sanded all this off, and then I painted them more of a concrete looking color, so you can see the difference. So I feel like these look more realistic now compared to that one, and you can't see the lines. And I sanded the kato stamp off, and I'm really happy with the way these turned out. What I did for those is I went ahead and mixed up some of this gray acrylic along with white, which I don't have sitting over here right now. But what I do is I'll just take these, put them on a plate, mix them together. Sometimes you don't always get the color you want, but trial and error, get what you want. And I did all 4 of my piers that are going for the curved bridge like that. So that's just a little bit of what I did for those. I want to weather those. We might do that in this episode. What I was thinking is maybe taking some of the this matte black, watering it down a little, so mixing it with water, so it'll have more opacity to it to let the color beneath come through, so we can make it look like the black streaks you get when water runs down concrete over a long period of time. So we're going to try to weather those piers before they go in place. And then the final thing that we were talking about was the kato bridge. And you can see I have my wood planks already cut, and I'll take them off here to show you then, but that's, you know, what the finished product's going to look like. So I'll super glue these wood planks into place. So let me pull one of these off so you can get a look at it. This is just a popsicle stick, and I cut off the ends, gave it a quick sand on the top. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up. There it is. But I grooved lines in so it'll look like actual wooden planks. So how I did that was I took the ruler, laid it on there, and I took a nail or a screw and just drug it along and etched that line in, and I did that on every one of these popsicle sticks on the top. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go ahead and paint these. Okay guys, so I was completely wrong on the color. It's nutmeg is what we're going to use for the board decks. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is put some of this right here onto the paper plate. They work great for acrylics, you know, especially if it's like the waxy kind. So I have an assortment of brushes that I bought to use, ranging in all sizes of tips there. And I got these at Hobby Lobby. I think it was like $5 for all of them, but they seem to work really good. So I'm probably going to go ahead and use this brush because it's about the width of the popsicle sticks. I have a mug of water here, so what I'm going to do is just take one of these bigger brushes and just drop the water into the paint so I can mix this up and water it down. This will allow it to be more of like a stain than a paint. That way we can see the wood grain come out into the decking pieces. So dip that water in. Let's mix this up and see what kind of consistency we get. go ahead and take one of these, and I'm just going to flip and take it on the back and just see what we get. And as you can see, that's what we'll have for our deck board color, and it'll dry down and more of the popsicle color will come through. So I'm happy with that. So we're going to go ahead and flip this over and paint the right side. So really I don't think it's going to take too much paint here, because I don't want it to cover with the paint. I want it more to just stain it, and so we can still see the wood. So we get that. We'll just keep working that down through, and I am happy with how that looks. So we'll sit that one down and continue the process here. Keep repeating this process. So I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here, and I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of these off camera. So right now I'm doing some trial and error stuff. I'm painting the handrail silver, and I put some of the, I mixed a little bit of a color to try to weather the bridge. I don't know if you can see it too well here. All I've been doing is just right now is taking this silver and just painting this black part of the railing to give it more of like a galvanized metal look that they would use on like a railing. So I'm going to go through, finish this, and then we'll come back and show you what it looks like. I'm just going to do a little bit, get some opinions and see what you guys think, and go from there. Okay guys, got all the wood painted for the deck, and I set it in place so you can see how that looks. I'm happy with that. I'll probably hit that with a, I have Mod Podge satin or matte clear coat. I forget which one it is, but whatever one is fine. So I'll use that to hit those before I go ahead and super glue those in place. And then moving down, I painted that rail on this side silver, and then underneath I took tried mixing up a color that would look like rust. So I'm going to show you this side, and then I'm going to turn it around and get your opinion on the other side. So that would be the factory side. It's all black, railings, you know, it's nice like that, but I'm kind of happy with the way this way turned out. But if anyone has any recommendations, I don't know if I'm completely happy with the work that I did on the iron part there. I feel like I need more of a red of some sort to mix in there to get more of a rust color. But I kind of think the railing came out good. I could coat that again, but it kind of looks neat in the spots where some of the black is bleeding out through the silver, giving it like a older galvanized piping look. So there's that. Feel free to leave comments, any tips you may have, or any colors you would suggest using in acrylic paints to mix up to get, you know, more of like a rust looking color for the iron beam there. And that's the overall plan with this bridge. Then this would be the finished look, and I want to go ahead and weather the track as well. You can see I tried out that color that I had mixed up, but like I said, I don't think that's really a good rust color. But I'm colorblind, so I was just doing what I could do, and my wife was in bed already, so I was just fooling around with this. And it's acrylic paint, so it's easy to take off and change if I want to. So okay guys, thanks for watching. Here's 3 images of the bridge from different sides, and we will continue with this project in the next layout update. And once again, thanks for watching.